Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us in today's episode of Spotlight on Waco. I'm Brian Bundy. I'm a local realtor here in town, and as you might have seen in the past with Spotlight on Waco, we've brought you different videos of fun things to do around Waco, restaurants and venues, and today we're joined by the mayor of Waco, Dillon Meek, to have a conversation about what's going on around Waco. And so I hope you enjoy the episode, and want to just say thanks so much to First Title for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it, and hope you enjoy our conversation with Dillon. Hi, we are Brian and Ashley Bundy of Bentwood Realty.
We are local real estate agents and we love Waco. Spotlight on Waco is our way to highlight fun and unique places to eat, shop, and play in our community.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Spotlight on Waco. So we touched on it a little bit, but taxes is obviously a big part of that, and why we want to be participatory in our elections and who we vote for, because that's where we, a lot of people, at least I know with property taxes and people, when that check comes around, it's like, oh my gosh. So how does that work? We pay taxes to McLennan, like our property tax bill is basically our schools, like you mentioned, the county, the city, and then there's going to be some other things on there based upon where you live.
Community College will be on there for the county too.
Sure.
But yes, I mean, look, I don't think anybody likes property taxes. Like I wish, every local government leader said, I wish that there were no such thing as taxes. But the reality is there's a lot of needs in the community right now. And sometimes there's some problems that we've inherited. Waco is an old city with a lot of infrastructure needs. And so we're having to really work hard to maintain water, wastewater, street infrastructure, among others. And so, we're a growing city. We need to make sure that we're stewarding growth, the opportunity for growth wisely by making sure that we're prepared for more by growing our police departments and our fire departments. It's remarkable to me how much costs have risen for construction and for employees. And it's harder and harder to get good employees to work for the city. Right. And so we're having to be really intentional. And one factor in that is paying people a good wage. A fair wage, a market-driven wage, honestly, for these roles. And so,
and you guys get your revenue through property taxes, through sales tax,
correct,
through other fees, and
there's some fees
that happen.
Correct, primarily property and sales tax, also some fees, and then we have different funds. So like the zoo, for example, some of the funding for the zoo comes from ticket sales. Cottonwood Golf Course, some of the funding for Cottonwood comes from people paying their fee to go. Right.
Buying a putter at the pro shop or something like that. Yeah.
So, but by and large, it's property tax and sales tax, and then second to that is fees.
Yeah.